Hi, it's me, Khandie. You are not often in this space because we kind of moved away from it and I ended up in the office, didn't I? But now we're back in the studio. You can see there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm trying to warm it up because it's freezing. I want to talk to you about something that comes up sometimes when people say, I post loads of pictures and I'm not getting the clients. They're not biting. Imagine clients are like fish, I guess. Well, you need to change your bait. There you go. To carry on with the analogy, you need to change your bait, my loves. A lot of that is because when you're just posting stuff that they're used to seeing. So if you're doing headshots and they see you doing a headshot on a grey background, a white background, such and such, all the way through, they're going to kind of get sort of numb to it. I don't think that's the correct word, but they get numb to it. So what you actually need to do is start stepping a little bit out and doing more in your personal portfolio work, because personal portfolio work will bring you clients. It will bring you clients. It's done it for me. There was one I did in the hot tub. I'll put a video up here and it got me 11 bookings, but no one wanted to be in the hot tub. Some of them wanted headshots, some of them wanted some branding, but it got me bookings. And the reason is because I was exciting them. I was giving them something to look at that was a little bit different. And they realized quite quickly that I was capable of doing so much great stuff. They assumed that I was really good at the other stuff. Rightly so, I really was. But you got to start doing, and so many photographers go to me, I haven't got time to do that. You do have time. It literally is part of your marketing. And it is so easy to do if you plan it well. So I'm going to give you a couple of pointers, some ideas, and I'm actually going to go and do one of these later on and do it as a YouTube video so you can see how easy it is to do, okay? But the top advice I have is if you are not contributing to your personal portfolio work, you are really lacking in a great area for marketing because people really enjoy seeing that stuff. So you do need to do it. Okay, so one of the challenges I did this at my photo talk at the photography and video show. Again, I'll put the video up here so you can watch it, is where I talk about certain challenges. It was in one of the slides of my video. And some of the challenges I recommend that are really easy is the Zara model challenge, which is, I mean, there are other people that you can do it with, but the Zara one became quite iconic on places like TikTok and Instagram, where if you go on the Zara website, every now and then they'll do like a really weird pose or something where they'll have a handbag, but the girl's bent over and it's just rested on her and the very small of her back. Or they'll be doing shoes and the shoes are like just stuck up in the air. And there's loads of weird things and you wouldn't think they were advertising in that way. It's hard to explain, but if you have a look, you'll understand. In fact, I might just show like a Pinterest scroll to show you what I was talking about here. That's a really good one. If you're not feeling that confident because you're like, I'm not ready for that. The other one is the 20 quid charity shop. Now I say 20 quid, you could do a £10 one, I guess, but pricing charity shops have gone up. I'm going to say they're getting pricey. So 20 quid, don't think about buying shoes. Get a friend who is confident enough to wear some clothes for you. Take them with you if you want to. And a top tip, buy things that don't go together. So if you're buying this pink Lure, very brightly coloured jacket, I would strongly suggest you don't buy something pink or in the same tone to match it. Why? Because it stands out more and looks slightly, dare I say, fashiony, which is a very broad sweeping term and is not in way to be described as fashionable. But the idea of these clashing prints makes it look like you did some sort of stylistic choice. Now you can do that or you can do all tonal matches. You do you. I like ultra clashing. And I'm going to do that challenge. So you're going to see that coming up soon. And then what you do is you photograph that as you would a normal portrait, but you're using the dresses. But because you've got this weird colour combination, this weird outfit choice, it kind of lends itself. And you can put that up going, really interesting to try a different look today for fashion, do a content blogger, lifestyle, whatever it is. Post that on, do some behind the scenes footage. That'll really get people enjoyed because people love looking at videos behind the scenes. Looks great on the gram. And you can put a little bit, when you blog about it on your website, please tell me you've got a blog on your website. You need to have a blog on your website. You need to have a blog on your website, my love. Get a blog on your website. Okay. You can then put the little short clip up. Even if you don't want to do a whole video, do a few GIFs. How do we say this? GIF. Is it a GIF or a GIF? I know. Yeah, anyway, and you can do this stop animation effect and people love it. Okay. And it'll get traction. So I highly recommend doing something for your personal portfolio at least once a month. Put it into your marketing plan, into your business plan so you do it. If you're not interested in spending any money, you're like, I can't, go raid your own wardrobe, make someone wear something, wear a shirt backwards, do a weird shoot like that. If you genuinely just not interested in doing anything like that, there are other ways to do it. If you're always doing headshots on black and white backgrounds, put a yellow up, put a pink up, add an unusual accessory in, do something just a little bit different for you, okay? If you're just reaching that little bit to stand up, because honestly, once you get comfortable, you're going to stagnate. You need to make waves, okay? And I am doing a whole talk about this at the photo and video show this March. So if you're watching it anytime after March, I would have done it, but hopefully I would have recorded it. But it will be done in March, and it will be on hopefully on my YouTube channel. But if you are going, I highly recommend get some tickets. I believe most professionals, if they meet the criteria, can get a free ticket. If you can't, you can use SPK25. So this is in 2025. I don't know why I'm vainly thinking people will be watching this beyond 2025. But there you go. And then the other challenges you can do are simple ones, just a case of just using one lens and challenging yourself to go off and use one lens. So it might be just use a 50mm lens and you go on some street photography and you talk about just using this one lens. At least then it's slightly different to what you're already doing. It gives you some nice scope. It gives you some depth and some breadth to have a go and talk about it and talk about the challenges. Oh, the heat has just popped back on. It is very cold in my studio. Really, really cold. This is why I say when people develop your personal portfolio, I can honestly tell you, even when I market something that is not even related to headshots, just people seeing the portrait work I do will sometimes bring a headshot. In fact, I just put up the photos I did that were of the Henry VIII character eating the burgers. And I got 4 inquiries, and I didn't do it really for that. I did it to kind of release myself because I've been doing a lot of corporate work to give myself that creative juice that I thrive on, that I love. But being able to then do this got me work in, so it felt valued and it felt like spending that time was good. I am going to do another one with this. I've got another project idea in my head. I keep notes and I do them. If you ever want to know or have an inspiration, feel free, and I can suggest some stuff. I have so much in my head of challenges. One of my favorite challenges to do is to do the rainbow. So if you know the acronym, I don't know if it's a universal acronym. Richard of York gave battle in vain. At my school, it was Richard of York gave battle in Velcro. I have no idea why. But the idea of the colours from the rainbow in the order. So Richard is red, of is orange, of York is yellow. You know what I mean, right? We're going through, yeah? Do an outfit that is all in red. So red outfit, red accessories on a red background. They don't have to totally match, they just have to be red, right? Shoot that. Then you'll do, all in orange and all in yellow, work through. There is actually a photographer. I swear her name is Holly Rose. I'll put her video up here somewhere, who's done something very similar. I found that a couple of years ago and I was really inspired by her. And I think she's a great sort of underappreciated photographer here in the United Kingdom. I don't see many people hyping her up, but she's done some really cool work and I really do like her. I've probably got her name wrong, and for that I apologize. She did this whole colours and she does some great creative, she builds sets, but this might inspire you. I do think we need to do more to keep our creativity awake, and it is a muscle, so you need to flex it every now and then. I spoke about that at great length at the show, and I speak about that on my podcast. If you're not listening to my podcast, it is The Loud Lens. You can find it on Spotify. But it's more about them plugging this. It is so essential for you as a photographer to really push yourself creatively and to do more to get your personal portfolio up. It makes you feel less of a burnout. It genuinely does, because you're doing something that's quite enjoyable. You're not shooting for anyone else, you're shooting for yourself. You have 100% free reign on what it is that you're doing. Obviously, time and money gives you a little bit of a limit, but the rest of it, you can 100% choose yourself. The other thing that's really good about it is that you don't have any pressures to make sure it works right, okay? There are no pressures. If you get 1 or 2 shots out of it, then you just get 1 or 2. There's no disappointment in a client on this, okay? When you remove the client pressures, you can be so free and so open. And I think more and more photographers desperately need to see this. And I know for a fact, there's fluff on the mic. I know that when I look at photographers, I often try and find if they've got a personal work section, if somebody calls personal portfolio, private work, whatever it is, to have a look. Because I think that really shows you the scope and capability of your photographer. And there's been many that I've quite enjoyed. The other thing I do is, if you are struggling for concepts and ideas, is, Pinterest. It's a free image curation site. I will find, when I'm scrolling through aimlessly, if I find a picture that it resonates with me or I like it, I'll put it on the side and use it as portfolio inspiration. I think my one is currently public, so you can go have a look at some of the stuff that I've found interesting at some point in my life. And you can find that as Khandie Photography. I urge you to join Pinterest if you haven't already joined. It's definitely a great way to learn, and there's so much information on there. But yeah, you need to start shooting for your personal portfolio. For so much online, we're chasing the money, and this is one of the greatest ways that you can hone your skills have content and keep enjoying it. And also it technically comes as part of your marketing. So it's mostly tax deductible. I'm not an accountant, but I've been told it is. So you should really be factoring this in. It's so vital for your job as a photographer to maintain the tenacity to keep taking photos. And this is the way in which I do it. You know, I said to you at the beginning of this video that I'd spent so long doing corporate work. So I was running around doing brand shoots for, I'll be honest, a construction site. And then I was doing one for a power tool company. And then I did headshots for a legal firm. And that was just recently. So that's a lot of work and a lot of focus and a lot of great stuff. And it's been fantastic to do. The personalities I met were wonderful. But, you know, it's maybe not the most amazingly creative role. You know, do headshots. They had a very specific look they wanted, which I recreated because I've actually shot it previously for them. And the other stuff was all really lovely, but it was very specific again. So being able to give myself that free reign, it meant that now when I'm going in, I'm shooting a wedding tomorrow, I feel a little bit more revived, a little bit warmed up mentally and physically. I don't know how to say that, but I'm ready to shoot more creatively. And I think it's really important to keep that buzz alive. Anyway, this is a very short video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, why not? Join the Cool Kid Club. I am going to be doing a few more in this space. I think you kind of resonates with you. Some of you really like it. I hope that you do your own project, you have a go at it, and you at least let me see it. I'd love to be tagged in it. So if you find me on social media, I'm at Khandie Photo pretty much everywhere. Please, 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 I'd love to see how you're going. If you need some inspiration, some ideas, let me know. I will also be doing my own version of this, so of inspiration. So I'm going to go do the 20 quid challenge and probably the Zara challenge and a few others. And I hope that you'll enjoy those videos. But as ever, don't forget to like, subscribe. I've already said that, but I'm going to say it again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell button, and I'll see you all in the next video. And don't forget to get to the photo show. Okay, and I'll be there and I'll be having my books and I'll be doing, also, that's the thing, just before you go, you probably left now. For the OG staying. The end, after my talk at the photo show on the 10th, I will be doing a free for all, come and ask any question session. So if you're really, you don't feel like you can ask a question at any of the stages, come and ask. I'm not going to gatekeep. Hopefully there'll be other creatives, because I've invited a few that you can come and ask. If not, we're just going to have a coffee all together. Have a great one, and I'll see you all really soon.